Hi Pisces, welcome to your December 2020 Tarot and Astrology General Forecast. This is Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. So glad you're here. Let's see what's going on for you in the stars and the cards. On the first of the month, we have Mercury entering Sagittarius. For you, this is the 10th house. It's going to be a 10th house focus month for you for the first half. On the 14th, we have a new moon solar eclipse at 23 degrees 7 minutes of Sagittarius, and the Sabian symbol that corresponds with this is a group of immigrants as they fulfill the requirements of entrance into the new country. The theme from this is transition, again in that 10th house. On the 15th, we have Venus entering Sagittarius in the 10th house. This is your career status and reputation. It's your authority in the field of work that you're in, but it's also dealing with authorities in the field, in other fields of work. Or speaking to like authority figures in your world. On the 16th, we have Saturn entering Aquarius. This is your 12th house. And then on the 19th, we have Jupiter entering Aquarius, the 12th house. On the 20th, we have Mercury entering Capricorn, your 11th house. And this is like your social networking. It's face-to-face and online. And then on the 21st, we have the Sun moving into Capricorn, that 11th house. On the very same day is the solstice, and we have a 12th house solstice conjunction for you. Jupiter and Saturn will be conjunct one another in Aquarius. Well, Jupiter will be conjunct Saturn. Jupiter moves faster than Saturn. 12th house. 12th house is a really, it's a hidden part of the chart. It's the subconscious. It's the dream space. It can be dealing with addictions. It can be dealing with institutions. It can be dealing with self-sabotage. So, 12th house. Jupiter going in there is like expansion. Saturn moving in is constriction. So there's a dichotomy going on in that 12th house. It's going to be interesting as well for you. That 12th house conjunction is also seeding a 20-year vibe. So pay attention to what's going on. On the 29th, the very end of the month, we have a full moon at 8 degrees and 53 minutes of Cancer. The Sabian symbol that corresponds to this is a small naked girl bends over a pond trying to catch a fish. The theme you can take away from here is purity and understanding. This is occurring in your 5th house. 5th house is the house of recreation, romance, and where your babies are made. 8th house is sex, but 5th house is the creation of. Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck for my Pisces for December 2020. I'm offering love-focused readings over on my Patreon. I'm going to do that as an extension from this reading. If you're interested, you can go check that out. I'm about to cut the deck because no cards have popped. And romance is going to be one of the themes of your 5th house full moon at the end of the month. I'm pulling a rune for you as well. Let's see what else has to be said or heard or seen by you. For the Pisces, what's the rune? Jupiter. Okay. So Jupiter enters Aquarius, your 12th house. Jupiter is, it's one of your rulers. It's your ancient ruler, like Hellenistic astrology. Back before the only planets that could be seen, or as far as could be seen, would be Saturn. Everything else was with the aid of a lens or a telescope, etc., etc. So Jupiter is the focus in the runes that need to be brought forward for you. Pay attention to your dream space. It'd be a really good time for you to have a dream journal. You may get a lot of messages in your dreams, and you're a very intuitive person. You have a very intuitive soul. Um, don't be afraid of that. I have a dear friend who is a Pisces sun, and she's quite freaked out by the things that occur. And she says she can hear my thoughts, and well, sometimes, and gets very emotional when I'm around because she can feel the amount of love that I have for her. Um, it could be something like that. You could have a psychic link to someone, something. The Vintage Wisdom Oracle card that was pulled for you is Purity. Be a good time for some purification with Saturn and Jupiter in the 12th house. If you need to clear out your mind, if you need to drop some baggage, 2020 has been a rough year. There's no judgment on you if you need help in clearing or integrating or deciphering what's going on inside of your head. It's not a bad thing to ask for other people's help, and that's only if you feel like you need it. I feel like you're going to be seeing beyond the veil in some situations, and it's going to freak you out. It's going to, like, my stomach is hurting right now talking about it. It's like I could almost physically feel some of y'all with your guts churning because you're seeing, feeling, knowing the kind of things that are coming up. Maybe not wanting to recognize it or acknowledge it. Apache Tear Obsidian deals with grounding, protection, and emotional healing. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the root and heart chakra. Apache Tear Obsidian grounds, protects, and heals. It also cleanses your emotional wounds. You've pulled this card because you are grieving and need support to release your emotions. Meditate with Apache Tear Obsidian to find new hope, embrace joy, and to release your pain to the infinite love of Source. The card at the bottom of your reading was in the Jack of Wands, which would be the Knight or the Page of Wands. The Knight is an adventurous risk taker who follows his or her passions. The Page is really excited about life and work and could be newly inspired. This card speaks to pursuit of adventure, a new adventure arising, and enthusiasm. Okay. That new endeavor, new adventure situation is probably being pointed to for the new moon eclipse for you in Sagittarius in that 10th house of career, status, and reputation. We've got in the recent past the Queen of Hearts or the Queen of Cups. She is emotionally nurturing, intuitive, and sensitive. This could be speaking to you because you are a Pisces, and the Pisces are water signs associated with a cup suit. This is also the Empress card in this specific deck. The Empress deals with structure, stability, rules, and power. Also, it has a Venusian association, so Venus is moving through your 9th and your 10th house this month. 9th house is long distance trips, adventures, and questing, higher education, and long term educational goals. It's also like astrology, metaphysics, and religion and ideals. Could be the study of the law, etc. Language, foreign languages, foreign people, foreign places, foreign things. We've got the Queen of Spades or the Queen of Swords showing up as well. She's an intelligent individual. I say she because the Queen, two queens, two females. She's an intelligent individual who could be a writer, communicative, but very cold, they're cerebral, so they're not going to be in their feelings. They can articulate, but they can't necessarily get that warm, gooey empathy that a Pisces would need. Known for cutting through the bullshit as well. She has ambition, intelligence, and strategy. If it's not a female, then it's the feminine energy. Got the Nine of Wands, Nine of Clubs. This deals with pessimism and gearing up for the worst. All right. That's probably the Jupiter, Saturn in your 12th house. But we also have the Sun. This is a major arcana card, the Sun. And it deals with success and happiness. It says all will be well. Clarity and simplicity and new focus on new life. Looks like new beginnings are around the corner for you, Pisces. 10th house is status. That isn't just your work, that's relationship status as well. So, yeah, I'm going to cut over to the Patreon portion of the reading. But if you're here for YouTube, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm sending you a lot of love. Please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself. Save some kindness for others because we're all surviving the shit show of 2020 together. And I would like to believe that we're all trying and doing our best. New moon eclipse is in that 10th house. There's an eclipse at the end of November. If you haven't watched that, I'll have it linked in this video as well. Take care. I love you. The 2021 videos will be up soon. Patreon eats first. I appreciate you being here.